So this is Deepash. Says, I've been doing 3D for 2 years, trying to find a job. 3D props for games and environments are my main focus right now. Currently working on a stylized environment. Look to get feedback from a professional. Let's take a look. Okay. Oh yeah, actually, this was one of the portfolios that I checked before the class or the live stream. Again, let's take out anything that's too simple. It's a cool concept. It's a fine little like weapon right here, but then the model, not really there, right? Like super low poly. This is something that I would expect to be more sculpted. Super low poly, and I would optimize it way more. Like it seems like you just did like a tracing on the element and gave it an extrusion instead of blender or something. And then even the colors, very dark, right? Very simple colors. So we're not really seeing all of the cool details that you kind of like sketch on here. Again, this is not a bad concept. If you did this concept, that's quite original. I like it. It could potentially be a cool element, but this is one of those things that you really need to push your textures way more, Deepash. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Again, you know my thoughts about this, right? You know my thoughts about this. So this is just, you mentioned it here. I appreciate that you mentioned it. That this is just Unreal Engine and FAF. So yeah, this to me is just set dressing. It's just you learning about composition and things like that. That's fine. Learning about how to use materials and the filters and all that stuff. Cool. But I don't think it's really worth it for a portfolio unless you did more things. This I really like, man. I saw it and it's like, finish it. Finish it. You have the concept right here. It has some really nice textures and really nice colors. Finish it, please. You have a really nice like base mesh here that you can the finish. And I know this says it's a work in progress, but it's been 2 months. So a work in progress, to me, if you're doing a work in progress and you don't finish it in like 1 month, it's gone. Like you're never gonna finish it. So go back to that one and finish it. It's really worth it. See, again, man, if you're struggling with English, ask for help, but not ChatGPT, man. I don't like this. This title captures the warm, inviting atmosphere of the 3D room made by me for a personal project, highlighting the interplay of sunlight, the cozy elements like the sleeping cat on the rock, and the playful touches of toys, games, and posters that bring life and personality to the space. To me, that's ChatGPT, and I'm not sure if it is or not. You don't need to do this kind of description. Just describe, this is a room that I did. Most of the assets were done by me. I downloaded these other assets. Okay, like that kind of explanation I need to see. I need to know what you did and what you didn't do. Because in here, yeah, I mean, it looks fine, but again, I'm curious about what things you do. Like, you do all of the elements? You build all of the objects, or did you just download the assets and got them in there? Right? It's difficult. I see Jeff in many ports like that. Jeff right there. Is that like a common asset that someone is getting? It could be. Like, it's weird, right? Because I see a bunch of assets that I could be like, yeah, you could easily do those, like the skateboard, the posters. But then I see others and it's like, that kind of looks like a scan, like a 3D scan. That kind of looks like a 3D printed scan as well. Look at the decimation on that guy right there. Look at that bike even. Like, that's just a 3D scan, right? So, unfortunately, Deepash, at least from what I'm seeing, most of the stuff that you're doing here is not yours. You're downloading assets to create some nice scenes. Again, a grand, eerie hall filled with towering statues and crumbling pillars, littered with skeleton remains and blood-stained swords. Tells the tale of a brutal battle for treasure. At its heart stands a glowing fantastical tree, its roots weaving... Dude, man, I don't want to get mad at you because you might have not done this on purpose, but it feels very disrespectful to upload this kind of stuff and put this kind of effort in the description. It's like, how do I help you? How do I help you? Is that the previous portfolio? Yeah, it's just it's complicated. Anyway, I'm just gonna go to the next one. Let's see, we got a couple of questions here. Hatako says, I'm currently trying to learn hand-painted texturing. Should I use 3D Coder Substance, and what's the difference? I've also seen people texture the whole thing on Photoshop. What do you think? My process is I do my Bakeseed Marmoset. I do some initial color creation and generators and filters in Substance, and then I jump to 3D Code and finish it up. And I did that. Did you see the stream that we did with the fish? Let me show you real quick. Which Wacom Huion tablet do you use? I use that Canvas 22. I have a Canvas 22 here, and with my laptop at my house, I have a Canvas 13 2.h 5D. Here, let me show you. So we worked on this character for the past couple of live streams. You probably remember it. And let me see if I can. There we go. So this is what I did on the on Substance. So just general like filters and just general again light direction, bakes, stuff like that. And then this was 3D code. So you can see the difference, right? Like you can see the difference from actually going in there and painting all of the different things. I actually kept working on this after the stream, so it has a couple of extra things. I added a couple of extra like glossy effects and elements to really push it a little bit more. But this is the difference from just like filters and basic generators to adding the whole thing at the end. So again, that's my workflow. Let's see. No, it's not as easy to paint like this in Substance Painter because you don't have the exact same control on the brushes as you do here. It is possible, yes, but I find it way easier to do here in 3D Code. I'm curious on your opinion on using plant assets from environment. Yeah, plants are fine. Plants are fine. Foliage is fine. Just mention that you're using it from a Deepash or from like a library. Love that stream you did with the fish. Why did you not stick to one 3D painting software? Because I like to use the tools. They give me the best results. And if I need to switch between softwares, that's what I will do. Greetings to Liam from Belgium as well. Says you are background one model myself. Nice. Currently enrolled in a 4-year game development course. It'll be a while. No, yeah, I'm gonna be here as long as you guys keep supporting me. I'll be here as well. So hopefully in a couple of years I'm gonna be able to review your portfolio, Liam. Okay, let's go to the next one.